These words are just words, but Eckhart Tolle said all words are signposts, right? And there's another book I read. I need to reference this book. They say all language is an attempt at persuasion or manipulation. I thought that was deep. So I looked up the difference between persuasion and manipulation. And basically, so persuasion is a win-win and manipulation is a lose-lose. But I was trying to test it out. Is that
That's
true?
good.
All language is an attempt for a win-win or an attempt for a win-lose. All language is an attempt at persuasion or manipulation. And but all words are signposts. And
Mm.
my biggest definition. Oh, okay. We're gonna roll the reel. I'm gonna say roll reel. I'm gonna take the time to see if I can interject that into
I don't have to say no more.
it. I was enjoying your talk. I cut you
Oh,
off. I
okay.
can stimulate a thought if you want to chime in. But you used the word celebrity.
Okay.
Uh, I got a celebrity story
Okay.
that I tell sometimes, but it's referenced to Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. In
Do
one
you tell
part,
your story about the astronaut you met?
no, I didn't really know him like that. I
It
got a
don't
picture
matter if,
with
yeah,
him.
it don't matter if you knew him. You got the opportunity to meet him,
Yeah,
and he was one of the astronauts that died in the thing, right?
yeah.
That
How
was
you remember that? You remember that, don't you? You remember the
because
picture?
because I remember sitting in class, and they announced over the
Oh
intercom
yeah,
that the thing exploded,
yeah.
and everybody on board perished.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
that
they
was.
told us we did a moment of silence.
They had a picture with him. I don't know what I did with that picture. Knowing me, I probably got morbid one day. By the way, this is on Spiritually Bipolar YouTube channel, and that's what I spiritually bipolar tend to do sometimes. I get feel some kind of way, say I don't want to feel it no more, and
But
get
you
rid
know
of
what? You know what?
it.
He had a family. Think about that. They would love to know that he made a difference in somebody's life. Like you were, I didn't know him like that. So he took the time to take a picture with you when he could have just been like, no. He saw a young black man.
I was looking good too, but with my dreadlock, I see the picture. But there was
He was being inspiring to you.
I'm glad you see that because it wasn't nothing like that at all. Well, shit. This real it was an event. I was in University of Illinois at Chicago. I was in the College of Engineering, and it was a function. I was part of the National Society for Black Engineers. No, I wasn't there. This was when I was at Olive Harvey Junior College. I was fresh out the penitentiary. I'm going to junior college to take the classes that are physics and chemistry. So one of them teachers, I was at a junior college, and it was an event they had at UIC. I remember right the event they had because they had him. They had the CEO. Yeah, he's the CEO. He's a black guy for Sara Lee,
Mm.
Sara Lee Bakery. You know, Sara Lee. Got a lot of company. They ain't just some little. They got a lot of. They got a
Absolutely.
lot of canned cookie brands in there. Sara Lee, and he talked
And cheesecake. Yeah.
about the
Mm-hmm.
millions and millions of dollars. And, it's bad. It's stuff that ain't got nothing to do with food too. That they But anyway, he was there. So that was just a photo op for me. I listened to his story and I got to say, oh, I met and rubbed elbow, but we didn't have no conversation. He was a speaker, a keynote speaker. I don't remember if I got anything from him, but he did remind me. He was an Air Force man, and I remember know his name was Michael somebody. I can't remember his whole name, and I remember being sad when I heard he lost his life. Um, uh, and it reminded me of my Navy days. I used to eat at Langley Air Force Base, Charleston Air Force Base, but I was in the Navy. The Air Force got the best food. And Raquel, she's Air Force Reserve. That was part of my mama's story. Did you ever hear that one? All right. I'm going to see if I can tell it 30 second time. Got it. Uh, uh, February 18th, 1994, I got my bonus check and my orders. 37 days leave. It was dang, it was like 3,000. I feel like it was 3,200, almost the same amount we just got that grant for. Supposed to be 4,500 because I was mad because Clinton got in office and they taxed that money. So out of 4,500, I only got 32 something or whatever. It could have been 37. But anyway, I called Mom, said, Mom, I'm on the way back home. I had to make a couple of stops. Saw Jackie, I saw Leola, and I make my way back. I'm in Columbia, so I decided to call Raquel. This is before cell phone, but I did have a cell phone. Look, it was 35 cents a minute. They just car to come out. It was a real pricey thing too. And Raquel, she held me hostage. I remember Fort Jackson Army Base. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, she paid for everything. And then, so I told Mom I'm on the way home. It took me 4 days to get home because I left there overnight. And then I stopped in Ashland, Kentucky. So my cousins, Robbie Jr., Bobby, uh, Bernice, the wife and mother. It was Omar, rest in peace, Omar. And I always forget the other son's name. Right? Uh, Butt Tit Nipple. And I remember her being mad because I always bring a gift. I say my mama taught me this, but I don't know if she did or not. But I knew if I go visit somebody, I always bring something. It's a family. It's not really empty handed. And so liquor is usually a good thing to bring, right? They drink. But Bernice got mad at me because Bobby was alcoholic. And guess what I bought? A 151 proof Bacardi. And she's like, why you bring him down? And we got a picture of it took me 4 days. But there's an Air Force. We were talking about Michael, the celebrity. But I was trying to get to the Big Book Alcoholics Anonymous. It said if our conduct continue to hurt others, no, it said we ask God to mold our ideals and help us to live up to them. We ask God to mold our ideals and to help us to live up to them. That's that's quoted from my brain from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's in the section. Uh, what is it? How it works. Yeah, how it works, and because it's part of the fourth step, and it's a part on sex conduct. Because Alcoholics Anonymous, we made a search. Step four said we made a search and fearless moral inventory of ourselves, right? And so we look at resentment, fears, harms, and hurts, including sex conduct. And so I prayed that prayer. God, mold my ideals concerning sex and help me to live up to them. And he sent me a celebrity. And I use the word celebrity because just like my sister, you won't even get a hint about who it is. Just that person is a celebrity. So that's that long story. You got my point already on that? So that was the reference point I had
on that. Okay, celebrity.
All right.
Do you have a way of communicating and contacting them if need be?
Yes, however, this is a different topic. I'm over 13 years clean, so over 13 years off cigarettes, over 7 years vegan, over 9 years Uber driving, and over 7 years in the same relationship. I learned after one of my breakups that you can actually delete memories. The brain, it's a neuroscience to it, right? And it's kind of like if a memory come up, you ask, it's like a file or a memory come up you haven't thought about in a long time. That's your brain asking, are you sure you want to delete that file? And if you don't want to delete it, you just entertain it. You think about it some more. You spend some time on that old memory that you haven't thought about in a long time. So it'll keep that memory. But if you want to delete that memory, you just don't do nothing. You immediately shift to something else. And then they're gonna do it a few more times. And then overnight, the proteins and stuff that make up that neural connection. Remember, 80% of what we recall is part of imagination because we only really our brain chemistry only holding 20% of it. The rest of it is filling in the blank. So I'll practice that with the new relationship. And long story short, if I even I remember, yeah, I probably could find it, but when I got into this relationship 7 years ago, I made in my mind that any memories of old relationships, any trigger like a song come up and that song is attached to another person, to me that's like asking, are you sure you want to be with the person you with now? Say
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna delete that memory. I'm not gonna play that song that popped in my head to remind me of that ex or that 11-year ex or the strange wife or anybody else. I got the only thing everybody got complete control over is their mind. It might be influenced strongly by force or other people, but that's the one thing each person got complete control over.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact. Even all the gurus, the carpenters from the plains of Galilee, the Buddha, right, the Muhammad. That's the one thing that they all preach and agree on. Go ahead.
So, the celebrity person.
I won't look them up. That's the point. Even if I could, I won't.
Oh, because I'm like, they could be what you need for the financial portion of your
Uh,
of your home, or what your
right.
organization, because they always looking for a way to give back and to have something to write off. That's a good tax break for them, and it's a win-win all the way across the board. So you can look at it from that
Oh, okay.
aspect and standpoint, because that's what you know, hey, utilize your resources, and that's a resource. Utilize that thing, and then you ain't got to worry about the girlfriend on the board. You know, and I know where your stance is. I know where your mindset is, but at the same time, it's not doing anything wrong. They can either say yes or no, but at the end of the day, it'll be a good idea because it's like, wow, man. Even if it's an opportunity for a photo op, let it be an opportunity for a photo op. Let it be a news thing. Get y'all name out there, and everybody, not just in your community, that's going to get to hear about you locally, but it'll get out nationwide. And that's what I see for you, because you're doing great work and your people coming, they getting the help that they need, and they're sticking to it because your belief in them. And they see it, like you said, the young lady, I wouldn't be coming if it wasn't for you two. Come on. You're making a difference. And that's amazing. Like, come on, you saving somebody's life and not even realizing that they're living another day on this side and able to get up and breathe and know their bearings and surroundings, because you took the time out selflessly to instill and pour into them, even if it means you just show up present and don't even say no. Win-win. Thank you for the call.
And as always, just one of 50 video posted at one every 6 hour. Source video in the description. Etch this into your DNA. It's easier to make a lot of money over a short period of time than it is to make a little money over a long period of time. Use this affirmation. I'm ignoring all the hard ways of making a little bit of money and focusing on easier ways to make a lot. Give me $150. Donate $150. The target audience is anybody that can give or grant $5,000 without betting an eye. The same as one can give $5. The actual numerical amount is over $784,000 per month. Passive assets over $1,042,720 per month. Passive income, the difference being expensive and taxes roll out.